Oh, this is just the beginning. You hear me, Francis? This is just the beginning. You didn't get started yet. Like this, that's like this. Oh, yeah. Relax your arms, relax, don't punch hard, your thumb. Last one, left foot up. Yeah. Stay low, don't bring your head back up.
Yo, what is up? It's that time, it's that hour, it's Righteous with another video. Alright, so I wanted to get into the conversation of Francis Ngannou training with Mike Tyson and how it helped him. Obviously, we all know that Francis has success versus Tyson Fury. Not taking that away from him. I know that Tyson Fury was not himself and he looked super sloppy. But at the end of the day, Francis looked way better and he had some success. So I wanted to ask this question to you guys on the whole topic when it comes to MMA versus boxing as well, because it's like a dual question, because it's like a couple subjects going on here. But how would Francis do without Mike Tyson, without the help of Mike Tyson? Obviously, we have to give a big shout out to Dewey Cooper, because Dewey Cooper has fought in the MMA. He's a ex-champion in kickboxing, and he's a coach and he's a trainer in boxing. So the man he should be acknowledged. You know what I mean? And I don't think Francis has success without both of them. But Mike in itself is like a whole system. Like, he knows how to basically hit and not get hit. You know, he knows a system that works for him, that has created a lot of knockout highlights that we all love. And if you think about it, it kept Francis focused, and it also kept him patient. Now, if you type up Mike Tyson training Francis Ngannou, you will see hours of training, not just 30 minutes, not just 5 minutes. You will see hours of training, because Mike actually believed in Francis, which is another big thing. It's not like he's getting paid. It's not like he has to do it. He felt like, all right, this could work. And then also, we all know that Mike has a passion for MMA. He loves martial arts, period. He was in IP Man 3. He was on the cover of a UFC video game. The worlds, they are relative. We've seen Bruce Lee mimicking Muhammad Ali. We have seen Clarissa Shields in the MMA world. These things are relative. So that's why I want to ask that question, because the thing is, I think we're going away from the subject of both sports being like coexisting in the same breath as combat sports. Like, it shouldn't be both worlds saying one is better than the other. It's just styles make fights. That's what it's always been. That's what it's always going to be. But both worlds are relative. Now, the reason why I'm saying this is because Joe Rogan says 0% chance. Obviously, I don't have a number. I don't have a number for you guys. I can't say, oh, it would be 20% chance because this, and that. Oh, it would be 60% chance because this, and that. No, I can't do that. And I don't have the experience for that, and I don't think anybody really does, because at the end of the day, we all know that athletes come in with their own issues as well. So the 0% chance thing doesn't work for me. It doesn't make sense to me. And I think it makes MMA fans oblivious to what boxers can do. Now, if it's in the street, that's a different ball game too. But if we're talking about professional fighting, 6 weeks to train, not 12. You know what I mean? It's a different ball game. You know, you have to give the same amount of time to a boxer to be able to train and go into the octagon. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I think it's as the whole idea of a 0% chance, it doesn't apply, because you can have a boxer come into the MMA world and have similar success as Francis, not get knocked out, not tap out, hurt the MMA fighter, but then still get a loss. You can, it can happen. That can happen. But what MMA fans are thinking is that they'll all boxers will get destroyed and they can't defend themselves. They just have no chance. I don't agree with that. And that's why I'm asking this question. How would Francis do in boxing if he had no Mike Tyson? Let's say he had Dewey Cooper. Let's say he had Dewey Cooper. But no Mike Tyson. Once again, if you disagree, that's fine. I understand that. Leave it in the comments. Tell me why. But also, if you disagree, then go and check out those trainings. See what they're talking about. I mean, he's talking about mindset. He's talking about skills. He's talking about endurance. He's talking about combinations, movement, all kinds of stuff, all kinds of things that is like what a trainer would do. I don't know. If anything, that's one of the best people you could have to train someone that's from the MMA world to the boxing world. That's one of the best people you could have, because he knows martial arts. It's just he's known for to be a boxer. That's what he's known for. But when you see if you ever researched shifting, um, Mike Tyson does it. Roberto Duran used to do it. Triple G used to do it. Lomachenko used to do it. Alexander Usyk does it. That's all like martial arts stuff. The switching of the stance, like Terrence Crawford does, like Francis did on the night versus Tyson Fury. In order for one to do that, you have to believe in yourself, especially in front of a crowd. But Mike, Mike knows all that stuff, man. He knows all the ins and outs. He knows where to hit when it comes to uppercut and stuff. Like I said, I don't have the training for it. I've never done it, but I've interviewed the trainers, like Rafael Ramos. Shout out to Rafael Ramos that's worked with the TMT uh, camp and whatnot for years, and he spoke about it, about hitting and not getting hit, and then being in position to hit again. That's all martial arts. It's all relative. So let's have a more extensive conversation on that subject. I'm only bringing that up because, like I said, I want to see more from Francis. I would like to see him versus Deontay Wilder. I would like to see him versus Alexander Usyk or even Andy Ruiz. That would be fire too. But don't get it twisted. I do want to see uh, uh, a higher caliber boxer that's somewhat in his prime or a little bit past his prime going to the MMA world as well. And I would like to see if they prove me right, because there are certain people that I think that they would do great in it. Like for example, and don't this is another thing. We have bums in boxing. We do have bums, but don't act like y'all don't have bums in the UFC. Don't act like it, man. And honestly, I could not say that. Like when I say the word bum, I don't mean it in the sense where I could beat them up, because I'm not a fighter. I am not a fighter. Um, but yeah, there's guys that I guess they're just not on the elite level. You know what I mean? if you bring in an elite boxer and he fights a lower level tier MMA guy, I think that there's a possibility there that you could have a really good fight, and who knows, it's possible the boxer could win. But the whole thing of 0% chance is it's cap. And even still, even if you put elite versus elite, I don't know. But the 0% chance, I am not accepting that at all. And y'all want me to accept that, I'm not, because it just doesn't make sense, man. It doesn't make sense. If you know the story of David versus Goliath, you know that there's no 0% chance in any fight. So with that being said, I'm taking off. Let's try to keep boxing alive. Like, comment, subscribe, share. You guys know what to do. Leave your list. Let me know why. How do you think Francis would do without Mike Tyson? I mean, come on. Dude's a legend. But anyway, I'm taking off. Peace out.